What are you guys working on, Andy?
So we're going through a TrackMan combine right now, but we're doing it in full play mode. We're going through a full routine, and we're working on the one thing we're working on as he prepares for a tournament next week is reviewing golf shots, not reacting to golf shots. So instead of a ball hitting a shot going, oh, that went right, we're going through all the things. He rates the shot. So what's your rating on that one?
Direction 10, contact 10. Direction was 10.
Okay, so he said direction 10, contact 10, which means he hit it right on line, and he hit it as solid as he wanted to hit it. So what we're learning is one of the things that we're gonna need to work on with Matt is distance control. Okay, because he hit it solid, but it flew 73 yards, and when our desired shot for this one was 80 yards, okay? Horrible? No. 20 feet underneath the hole, good golf shot, a very makeable shot. It probably pitches forward. It actually, total the shot went 79.2, so he's probably less than a foot away from the hole. But we're working on carry numbers right now, which are going to be vital to him at his stage. So what this does, this allows us to learn how to review a shot, okay, and then what changes we need to make to get the destination and our target a little bit better.
And I felt on that one, I felt that when I got here, the club stayed the same. I didn't accelerate through.
Good.
It was like just like a pendulum. It was up and down. It was one fluid motion. I didn't have to force anything into it.
And so his miss so far at 60, 70, 80 yards has been long every time. There was 8 in a row that were long. As soon as he learned how to control the acceleration of the club or the speed of the club coming down through, we actually got one a little bit short of the pin, which tells me that that change will make a change in the distance that his ball carries. Over here now, he wanted to carry 80 yards and he carried it 82 yards, which gave him a score of 85 out of 100. That's big time golf right there.
Andy, would you say that you see with most guys who hit the ball far have a problem with hitting their wedges too far?
Definitely, because their games are based on speed and power, and not finesse and control. So, you know, the long drive guys aren't the guys that you see out there working on 60, 70-yard shots. So definitely, and the reason that makes him a powerful player and strong is, you know, is kind of the same control he's going to have to put into his wedges.
To accelerate through it, keep it one solid, one speed.
So now we're at 90.
Well, what I was saying was
2 o'clock? Okay.
with a lot of guys I see hit the ball far, they still have a tendency, like you're probably saying, to speed up and still create that lag with the wedges, because sometimes you don't want.
I don't mind a lag with the wedges because the lag comes in. That's where we get our control. If we get to kind of stiff arming it, we lose where the head's at. And so you never want to take away a player's feel. You want to enhance it. And when you take away that lag and that club kind of dropping in the slot, you start to lose a little bit of feel, which again is now going to be distance control. So we see this is working now. So now he's flying it within 2 yards of his target every time. So guess what? Things that work, we repeat doing them. Things that don't, we scrap them. So I have no problem being wrong in this. My thing is, if there is something I'm wrong at, I want to know, so we don't work on it anymore and beat a dead horse in. So, but we see with him controlling the speed from the top, he thought controlling the speed meant deceleration, where actually it meant a steady acceleration.
So all of this is just tempo and speed control with the swing.
100%. So look how consistent. He flew the last one 92.2 yards. He flew this one 92.3 yards. So not only is it going the right distance, it's very consistent now.
Yeah.
It's not hit 195, 183, 96. They're all going the same distance.
So then my review on that one would have been 10 on distance, 10 on trajectory, but 7 on aim.
Yeah, it went a little bit left. Yep. So do you fix your aim with how at setup, or do we fix it in path? And that's exactly. So if we're gonna fix it in path
and target.
Path and target. There we go. So now you path it down as target with the same acceleration that we've been working on here, and now we're getting a score of 100 out of 100.
How could somebody work on their tempo and speed in their wedge swing at home or at their course, Andy? Would a metronome be good?
You know what? A metronome could be good if you know what to set the metronome at.
Okay.
That's the tough part. So it's like there is no one metronome number that is really good. Excellent. So now he flew that one 89.4. You know, he hit it 10 feet from the hole. So now he's flying it within a foot of his target, you know, yardage every time, and that's where we get to playing good golf. We had 100 yards in there.
And I 10 on direction, so I hit my target.
Good.
My target was at a little left that peak out there.
Awesome. So, you know, so how do you work on tempo and rhythm? It's gonna be, that's where we get into feel, right? We don't get into mechanics for that. He feels like, how'd you change your tempo in your downswing?
I just wasn't as quick from the top. I didn't have to accelerate. I felt the weight. I used the weight of the club.
Perfect. So he used the weight of the club, and that's the main thing, is feeling the head of the club. I always talk about when the club gets too quick, we'll get a blind spot. We won't know where the club's at in certain spots. So when you can feel like you're swinging without a blind spot, or you can feel the weight of the club, and just like Matt talked about here, now you're going to be able to control not only the trajectory and the distance, but the speed in which the club is moving. Perfect. So basically what we're working on today is reviewing the shots, not reacting to golf shots. We do that by rating every golf shot. So he gives a scale of 1 to 10 on contact and direction. Sometimes we'll go into trajectory, but we're not doing that right now. We're just going contact and direction. And then also what we're doing is working on the speed of the golf club to produce different distances with our wedges. This will work all the way into the full swing, but for right now we're working on the wedges and getting those tightened up. To learn more about how to do that, contact me at awalker@raspberrygolfacademy.com or legacygolfperformancecenter.com. Thank you. That one flew 90, by the way.